So over the summer, I received a very special surprise package. When I got it, I just assumed that it was something that I forgot that I ordered because, that happens. We've all done it at least once. But it wasn't. And it was something far better. My friend and fellow booktuber, Erin, was so sweet and generous enough to send me my very first gifted book. Up until then, I strangely had never received a book as a gift. I don't know why, but I hadn't. And this one was made all the more special as it was a just because, and not for any kind of occasion. And I cannot thank you enough, Erin. It makes me so happy. So happy. And this is a book that she too has been really excited to get to. And so we decided to team up and do a buddy read and, of course, bring you along with us. So please make sure that you go check out Erin's vlog as well. I will have everything you need linked down in the description below. We will be reading the much anticipated Ordinary Monsters by J.M. Miro. Children with extraordinary powers are being hunted by a smoky figure of darkness. Two hired detectives travel the world rescuing these children by bringing them to the Carindale Institute in Scotland, which is warded from such darkness. There, the children will learn how to harness their powers. So I've already started this one. I'm almost 100 pages in, and I'm really enjoying the grimy, gritty atmosphere. And it's definitely going to be a slow burner with its nearly 700 pages. But I quite like that. I like being able to slowly immerse into the world and just get to be there for a long time. There have been a lot of characters thrown in this short amount of time. And I'm having a hard time keeping up with everyone, and it's feeling a little overwhelming trying to know who everyone is and what their role is in the story and the plot. But I'm hoping, because we're in it for so long, that it's going to be that the final reveal or the conclusion is going to be intricate and well thought out. So we do have a reading schedule that we're trying to follow, and even though I set the schedule, I'm still a couple days behind. We were supposed to have our first section finished on Sunday, and it's now Tuesday, and I'm still not done. So let's go get caught up. So I have made it to the halfway point, And I'm still really enjoying it, but we've only just now, 300 pages in, made it to the school, to the Carindale Institute. So I think I mentioned before that it is kind of a slow moving book, which so far I'm okay with. If it drags any more than what it is now, it might not be so good, but right now it's okay. I've heard from other people who've read it that it can get really bogged down in like the later section, so I haven't quite gotten there yet, and I hope it's not too bad when or if I do, but right now it's okay. We have gotten even more characters thrown into the mix, but I think I've kind of gotten everybody figured out about who they are and what they can do, what their talents are, their powers, I don't know what to call it, they call it talents. So we'll see how many more we get added into the mix, because I'm only halfway through, but so far I think I've gotten it down pat. And I am glad that we did get a little bit of a backstory on our bad guy, but I really hope that we're going to get even more, because I really like having sympathy for the villain. I like it when the bad guy kind of falls somewhere in the gray. You know, it just seems more realistic. While their actions that make them the bad guy in the story right now may be bad, but the reasons why are leading up to those actions may not necessarily be so cut and dry, black and white, good or bad, right or wrong. And I just really like that. And it, like I said, it makes it more, well, it does make it more interesting, but it also makes it more realistic, because most things in life are not black and white, right or wrong. They fall somewhere in the muddled middle. So I like that. I am reading along with the audiobook, because it would probably take me 2 months to read this without an audiobook. And I'm not loving the audiobook. And for the most part it's okay, but there are some voices that really grate my nerves. I can't stand it. Most of the characters in here are British, or at least that's what the narrator makes it out to be, and I think the narrator himself is British, and it's when the biggest problem I have is when that British narrator is trying to give a very gruff Southern American accent, and it does not work. It's bad. So I don't necessarily recommend the audiobook, but the book itself so far, pretty good. We have made it to the end. I have finished the book. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it. I enjoyed it while I was reading it, and I was into it while I was reading it. But I found that after I put it down, it took a little bit of convincing to make me want to pick it back up again. So, I don't know. For the most part, it was a solid, enjoyable read. I really liked the characters. I liked all the kids. And sort of the morally gray part, that was enjoyable. But overall, by the end, it just kind of seemed underwhelming and maybe a little bit forgettable. I don't know. I'm leaning towards maybe 3.5 stars. I'm not exactly sure where I'm landing on all this, but you know. I did, however, very much enjoy the buddy reading part of this vlog. Erin, or I can't speak for Erin, I guess, but I had a lot of fun chatting with her over on Discord. I am part of a Discord book club where we chat about the books we're reading in a month, but that's not quite the same as doing a buddy read where you're reading the same part of the same book at the same time, and then just getting to share your reactions and your thoughts and your questions as they come. That's been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that part. So Erin will also be posting a vlog, so make sure that you go see her thoughts as well. We're planning on uploading on the same day, but not the same time. So depending on whether or not hers is up before mine, I will link either her channel or her vlog if it's available for me to do so. Make sure you go see her as well. And I think that's about it. Overall, it's a pretty okay book. Great reading experience. And I'm very happy that I got the opportunity to do this with Erin. So Erin, thank you again for wanting to do this with me, and I think that's it. So I thank you so much for being here, and I hope that means I see you soon.